What's up, everybody? I'm Alan Seslowsky, and thanks for tuning in to Roster Watch. One of the most interesting things about following fantasy football all year round is watching the player values change from the conclusion of one season all the way through the offseason into the beginning of the new season. The reason for player value changes is there's a variety of them. There's incoming draft talent, free agency, coaching system change, chemistry changes between wide receiver and quarterback. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why. One of the most common mistakes drafters make in their August drafts is paying more attention to the name value rather than the facts that have happened over the past few months. Today we're going to discuss a few players that are subject to being overdrafted in 2020 fantasy football drafts based on their name value. The first player I want to talk to you about is Tom Brady on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, there's no question that Tom Brady's either the best to have played the position or at very minimum the most accomplished. But we're here to talk about his 2020 fantasy football outlook. Now, there's plenty of excitement. Tom Brady is going to a situation where he has upgraded pass catchers in Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, the list goes on and on. But Brady is entering his age 43 season, and he's being drafted as the quarterback 10 off the board. Brady adds virtually no rushing upside, so in order to hit top 10 value, Brady would have to throw for about 5,000 yards and 28 touchdowns. We don't even get those Brady sneaks at the goal line, which we can count on for 2 or 3 touchdowns in the past. Tom Brady should still be a viable fantasy quarterback, but is a prime candidate to get overdrafted based on his name value. The next player I want to talk to you about is DeAndre Hopkins of the Arizona Cardinals. No player has been more of a fantasy rock at the wide receiver position than DeAndre Hopkins over nearly a decade. Just taking a look back at the last 5 years, he's seen no less than 150 targets in a single season, peaking at a whopping 192 targets in one season. Now, the stunning trade, which brings him over to from Houston over to Arizona, has a lot of people excited because there's a high-octane offense with second-year quarterback Kyler Murray and coach Cliff Kingsbury. But Arizona invested in a lot of young pass catchers, and they should try to distribute the ball all over the field. Now, DeAndre Hopkins can still safely be projected to lead the team in targets, but it's plausible that DeAndre Hopkins sees something closer to about 130 targets rather than his usual 165. DeAndre Hopkins will still be a great player in fantasy, but currently at his wide receiver 4, ADP 12, going at the end of the first round, is a prime candidate to be overdrafted based on his name value. Before we continue, I just want to bring you a brief word from what's going on over at RosterWatch.com. The 2020 Roster Watch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet is available now at RosterWatch.com. The revolutionary cheat sheet that changed fantasy football forever is back, only at RosterWatch.com. The Roster Watch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet, all you need to do is follow 3 simple rules. That's it. 3 rules. It could be any easier, and an expert quality fantasy football draft is guaranteed. The Roster Watch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet, available now at RosterWatch.com. The last player I'm going to talk to you about today is Rob Gronkowski, the tight end on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You see the theme going here with Tampa Bay, don't you? Now, Rob Gronkowski is currently going as the tight end 9, as a top 10 option in fantasy leagues. Now, if you're a real football fan, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this video, you're excited about the return of Rob Gronkowski. But let's take a look back to the last time Gronk was playing football in 2018. He totaled 47 catches for about 680 yards and 3 touchdowns. His yards per target and his yards per catch were all at 3-year lows. Gronk did look a little compromised and didn't look like the peak first ballot Hall of Famer that we've all gotten used to. Now, some will argue that the year off from football is beneficial from Gronk and that he's healed up and he's ready to go. The problem is, Tom Brady is going to spread the ball around. Now, Gronk will be a prime target in the red zone, and how many games can we reasonably project Rob Gronkowski to play? Rob Gronkowski will be a great fantasy football value tight end if he falls to the double-digit rounds, but currently going as the tight end 9, and I've seen him go as high as tight end 5 or 6, is a prime candidate to be overdrafted based on his name value. Okay, Roster Watch Nation, that's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe and get notifications when we go live. And leave us a comment on the video. We will comment back. Until next time, goodbye.